Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0430 indicates a malfunction in the catalytic converter's efficiency on Bank 2 of the Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. This trouble code is triggered by the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, when it detects that the catalytic converter is not performing effectively during the exhaust gas conversion process. The main function of a catalytic converter is to reduce harmful emissions by converting hydrocarbons, HC, carbon monoxide, CO, and oxides of nitrogen, NOx, into less harmful substances such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, CO2, and dinitrogen, N2. It is particularly important for the front warm-up three-way catalytic converter, located just behind the engine exhaust manifold. The PCM assesses the performance of this converter by examining the fluctuations in the output of the secondary heated oxygen sensor attached to Bank 2. If these fluctuations exceed a certain threshold over a predetermined duration, it indicates that the catalytic converter may be failing, prompting the DTC to be stored and the check engine light to illuminate, indicating the issue to the driver. The final step in troubleshooting DTC P0430 involves utilizing the cruise control to maintain a vehicle speed of 55 miles per hour for a duration of at least 68 seconds. This controlled driving condition is crucial as it simulates steady-state operation, allowing the PCM to gather specific performance data from the catalytic converter and the secondary heated oxygen sensor. Setting the cruise control creates a consistent vehicle speed that is less likely to vary, which helps to eliminate data variations and provides a clear assessment of the catalytic converter's efficiency. It is important to conduct this step within safe traffic regulations and environmental conditions to ensure accuracy. As the vehicle operates at this designated speed, the PCM will continuously monitor sensor outputs, allowing for the most accurate conclusion regarding whether the catalytic converter on Bank 2 is indeed functioning below the acceptable efficiency threshold linked to the P0430 DTC. After addressing the issues leading to the DTC P0430, a final repair verification process is essential to ensure that the repairs adequately resolve the problem. First, clear the DTC from the PCM using an appropriate scan tool, which resets the diagnostics and allows the PCM to start fresh. Following this, it is vital to carry out readiness tests to confirm the vehicle meets all operational parameters without indicating any remaining issues. Additionally, you need to perform diagnostic driving cycles as specified in the manufacturer's guidelines to confirm that the PCM no longer detects issues within the catalytic converter's performance. This step is critical as it ensures that all systems are returning to normal operational functionality, giving peace of mind to both the technician and the vehicle owner that the catalytic performance system issues have been thoroughly resolved and that no other complications persist. In terms of preventive maintenance regarding DTC P0430 and catalytic converter efficiency, there are several important practices to keep in mind. Regular engine checks can help ensure that all components, including sensors and wiring, are functioning correctly, which reduces the odds of triggering DTCs related to the catalyst performance. Monitoring the exhaust system for leaks or improper modifications is essential, as these alterations can impact the efficiency of the catalytic converter and potentially lead to more frequent DTC occurrences. Additionally, using quality fuel is crucial, as low-quality fuels may cause premature degradation of the catalytic converter. Fuels with high levels of contaminants can introduce unburnt hydrocarbons, which can over time damage the catalyst. Following these preventive measures can greatly extend the life of the catalytic converter and minimize the chances of encountering DTC P0430 in the future. In conclusion, The DTC P0430 serves as an essential indicator of catalytic converter performance issues, particularly for Bank 2 of the Honda Accord models from 2012 to 2017. Understanding how the catalytic converter functions alongside the role of the PCM and the secondary heated oxygen sensor is critical for accurate diagnostics. Recognizing the key symptoms tied to this error code, such as decreased performance and increased emissions, reinforces the need for timely interventions. This diagnostic process underscores the importance of thorough troubleshooting steps to identify and rectify any issues effectively. Furthermore, the emphasis on regular vehicle maintenance and quality fuel usage cannot be overlooked, as they play significant roles in ensuring the long-term functionality of the catalytic system and overall vehicle performance. Following these guidelines and procedures helps maintain compliance with emissions regulations and enhances the driving experience. The front warm-up three-way catalytic converter, WUTWC on Bank 2, is responsible for converting harmful substances in the exhaust into less harmful compounds. Located within the exhaust system, it plays a vital role in reducing emissions and ensuring the vehicle complies with environmental regulations. The PCM, or Powertrain Control Module, monitors the performance of this catalytic converter by adjusting the air-fuel mixture and analyzing the output from the secondary heated oxygen sensor, HO2S, which is referred to as Sensor 2 for Bank 2. This sensor measures the oxygen content in the exhaust gases, and the PCM uses this data to determine if the catalytic converter is functioning correctly. The PCM operates within specific parameters, checking the lambda signal for fluctuations to ensure the converter is effectively reducing emissions. When it identifies that the efficiency falls below an acceptable threshold, it triggers the DTC P0430, indicating a potential failure in the catalytic converter's function on Bank 2. There are several possible causes for the DTC P0430 that technicians need to be aware of when diagnosing this issue. The most common cause is the deterioration of the front warm-up three-way catalytic converter itself. This degradation can occur over time due to thermal stress, contamination, or failure of elements within the converter. Another potential issue could be electrical noise in the wiring associated with the secondary heated oxygen sensor, Bank 2, Sensor 2. This electrical interference may affect the sensor's ability to provide accurate readings to the PCM, leading to misinterpretation of the converter's efficiency. Additionally, a loose or corroded connection in the sensor's wiring harness might disrupt communication between the sensor and the PCM. Lastly, if there has been an exhaust system modification with non-genuine parts, this might result in improper fitting or functionality, which directly impacts the catalytic converter's ability to perform its duty. These factors highlight the complexity of diagnosing DTC P0430, as multiple issues can either independently or cumulatively affect the performance of the catalytic converter. When the DTC P0430 is triggered, several symptoms may become apparent to the driver. The most noticeable symptom is the illumination of the check engine light, CEL, on the dashboard, which serves as an alert that the vehicle's emission system is not functioning correctly. Alongside this warning light, the vehicle may exhibit reduced engine performance. This could manifest as sluggish acceleration or difficulties in maintaining speed, particularly under load or during uphill climbs, as the engine struggles with inefficient exhaust processing. Increased emissions may also be a concern. If the catalytic converter is not effectively converting harmful gases, the vehicle may fail emissions tests and contribute to environmental pollution. Finally, another symptom can be poor fuel economy, resulting from the engine running less efficiently due to the improper operation of the exhaust system. These symptoms can affect not only the vehicle's performance, but also its overall health and regulatory compliance. The first troubleshooting step for addressing DTC P0430 involves starting the engine and holding the RPM at a consistent 3,000 without any load applied. This means that the vehicle should be in either park or neutral for automatic transmission or in neutral for manual transmission. During this process, you need to watch for the radiator fan to engage, which indicates that the engine has warmed up sufficiently. Maintaining this RPM for the duration ensures that the catalytic converter reaches its operating temperature, helping to clarify whether it is performing effectively. Once the radiator fan activates, it is essential to allow the engine to return to idle. This step is crucial as it sets the initial conditions for the PCM to evaluate the sensor output under load and as it returns to idle, thereby initiating the diagnostic cycle for the catalytic system at this stage. For the second step in troubleshooting DTC P0430, you will need to drive the vehicle at a consistent speed between 45 and 75 miles per hour for a minimum of 5 minutes. This driving condition is important as it helps to warm up the exhaust system, including the catalytic converter, allowing for an accurate assessment of its performance. Operating within this speed range ensures that the exhaust gases reach their optimal temperatures for effective catalytic action. This warm-up period is critical, as only when the catalytic converter is sufficiently heated can you ascertain if it is performing below the efficiency threshold. Through this increased temperature, the PCM can analyze sensor data more effectively and determine whether the DTC is truly being triggered because of a malfunction or temporary environmental conditions. In the third troubleshooting step for DTC P0430, you will need to drive the vehicle at a steady speed ranging from 55 to 75 miles per hour for at least 10 seconds. This step captures a sustained condition where the PCM can better interpret data from the secondary heated oxygen sensor. Maintaining this steady speed allows the exhaust gases to flow uniformly through the catalytic converter, providing the PCM with consistent data regarding its efficiency. During this action, the PCM monitors changes in the secondary HO2S output, which should stabilize if the catalytic converter is functioning correctly. If fluctuations are detected that exceed the defined thresholds within this time frame, it could solidify the diagnosis of performance issues with the catalytic converter on Bank 2. The fourth step in troubleshooting DTC P0430 entails decelerating the vehicle with the throttle valve fully closed. During this action, it is important not to apply the brakes, as it should be a smooth transition to allow the PCM to accurately capture the vehicle's response. By closing the throttle, you provide a clear change in engine load, prompting the PCM to reevaluate the exhaust conditions and the corresponding outputs from the secondary heated oxygen sensor. This deceleration moment is critical as it can illuminate any disturbances in the exhaust gas flow, helping the PCM to determine whether the catalytic converter is maintaining proper operational thresholds as designed. If the catalytic converter is malfunctioning, the readings during this phase may signify issues inherent to its efficiency or further issues within the exhaust system. In this fifth troubleshooting step, you will need to repeat the driving pattern from previous steps 3 and 4 a total of 5 times. This repetition is essential for confirming the consistency and reliability of the data being collected by the PCM. Each cycle through this pattern provides additional data points that could either confirm a malfunction within the catalytic converter's performance or indicate underlying issues elsewhere in the exhaust system. The key here is maintaining similar conditions throughout the repetitions, including traffic and environmental factors, to eliminate variables that could skew the efficiency readings. Collectively, data from these repetitions can establish a clearer picture for technicians addressing the P0430 code, leading to informed decision-making in the repair process. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.